okay, this may be old news, but in the past couple weeks, or about 3 weeks, maybe a month ago, I don't know. It's been a long time since I did a recording session since um, my life hasn't gone so well.
Mm.
But it's getting there.
Mm.
There was two Nintendo fan games released.
Mm.
Another Metroid 2 remake, which was in development for 8 years.
Oh, what a wonderful name that is. Another, another Metroid.
Another Metroid 2 remake.
Yeah.
Well, it makes more sense than Other M, which, if you actually know the story, it's like Other M. You put the M
Other
in front
mother.
of
Yeah.
in front of Other. It spells mother.
Yeah.
Very clever titling. Spoilers for anyone.
Other mother, you motherfucker.
Pretty much. Spoilers for anyone's actually played it, but then again, don't fucking play it. I'm serious. I like every other Metroid, but I just do not. I just do not like
I'm
that.
more annoyed at the game itself rather than the actual plot. There's the difference. I actually didn't like the gameplay rather than the actual what the fuck was going on in the plot.
I fucking hated both.
Right, well, that shows the difference. You know, I got more angry at just playing the damn thing rather than what was going on in the narrative.
Just replay Metroid Prime 3 again. You have fun. But and the other Pokemon, and I'll just spoil it. The other one was Pokemon Uranium, a all original Pokemon fan game with all new Pokemon. Had a plot about a new type called Nuclear Pokemon. It looked fantastic. It got a lot of features, even new features that fans actually wanted in a Pokemon game.
Mm. But guess what?
Nintendo took them down because obviously.
Yes. And it's funny because you sent me this, and well, we're going to talk about Sega, aren't we? About what they've been doing about the same thing,
Yeah,
aren't we?
but between even Blaze Hedgehog made a video on this. I'll link that in the description. I'll link this article on TSSD in the description because you have to read this.
Still waiting for the checkmate.
Yeah. Basically, with Sega, it's a lot more freeform. Like, there are certain things that they will not allow. And on this list, there are only 3 cases of Sega takedowns. There was going to be a remake of Streets of Rage 2. Which, I don't know, it would have been good, but at the same time, I don't know. Sega issuing copyright strike claims over Shining Force videos, which was one hell of a fucking PR nightmare. I mean, people got their channels taken down because of it. All because Sega Japan really, really wanted a new Shining trailer to be at number 1.
Right.
Search ranking. That's the only reason why they took out every other Shining video.
Oh dear.
And the last one was a Dreamcast Junkyard Ultimate Collector's Guide book. See, it was cease and desist.
Which again, that's for a website that was basically all about the Dreamcast.
Yeah. Note, above are Sega takedown actions. This does not count copyright-related moments such as Sega going after e-license for falsely claiming YouTube videos, which they fucking went for me. E-license did.
Yeah, exactly.
They're like, oh, you can't do this. No, fuck off. I want to talk to Sega directly. And Sega's like, yeah, go ahead. You can have the video.
Yeah.
They have falsely claimed YouTube videos. They have a little endorsement of ROM hacks, which the Sega Mega Drive Genesis hub on Steam. If you download any of their buy and download any of the games, like you download Sonic the Hedgehog 1, you can play Sonic 1 on the Mega Drive hub. But you can on the Steam Workshop, you can download ROM hacks. So if you've got an official copy of Sonic the Hedgehog 1, great. You can download Knuckles in Sonic 1. You can download Sonic Gaiden. You can download Sally in Sonic 1.
Basically, anybody who's messed around with the actual first game and done like a funny, oh look, it's Sonic 1 with all this crazy shit, and basically you're allowed to play on it now.
Yeah, they endorse ROM hacks and Sonic, and officially you can play ROM hacks, and that is fucking fantastic.
And that's something you don't often hear.
No, you don't. You don't hear people, because actually you kind of do, but nothing this extreme.
No,
because
not to this
we hear mods. We hear these little mods that get put onto Skyrim and mainly Bethesda games.
Yeah.
And we get to see a lot, and also some Valve stuff as well, such as Black Mesa, which was an all-original fan game, which Valve which the little development company were endorsed by Valve, and Black Mesa, a remake of Half-Life 1, was put to Steam.
Exactly. I mean, then again, there's a good example. It's like, on one hand, somebody like, hey, let's recreate this really good game and with a whole new engine. It's like, yeah, go and do it. And the other side, it's like, hey, look at this. We remade this great game with the whole engine. It's like, no, get rid of it now.
Yeah.
I mean, the weird difference, here's the difference. Nintendo actually, the fact that the Metroid remake, this was in production. They've been doing this for, 8 years, I think?
8 years production.
Exactly.
Several
Nintendo did nothing until the
screenshots,
moment it came out. It's like, right, get rid of it.
several demos released.
Exactly.
As soon as it's officially released, no money was given, no money was made on this.
Yeah.
Or take it down anyway.
Exactly.
Last little thing of what Sega actually took down, what actually was good about it, was warning people to take down their own Sonic Boom videos.
Exactly. I mean,
Basically, if you show
anybody who uploaded the episodes online.
Yeah, you upload full episodes, you have to remove them manually.
Yeah.
Before,
Though funny enough, it actually says here that commentary of episodes are okay, though it's only direct, unedited rips of the Boom episodes.
Yeah. So basically, I pretty much I thought ahead of this, and that's the reason why in our Sonic Boom TV podcasts,
We don't use any
I
image.
use a single screenshot.
Yeah, we don't use any video footage. Yeah.
No. Other than the, but I kind of went kind of around it and actually made it my own fan-made Sonic Boom intro twice. So since that's edited and it's for fun anyway, and it's not a full episode,
Exactly.
I guess I skirted around that.
Yeah.
So I'm buying on that. I think maybe Sega actually enjoys it.
Yeah, well, the fact that it's like, well, if you make commentary over, that's good, because that means Rambles might be doing it soon.
Yeah. And plus, further on that, considering they actually endorse fan hacks and endorse fan games, this is the same reason why Christian Whitehead, with his own retro engine, would manage to make Sonic CD, Sonic 1, and Sonic 2 all completely remastered and is now working on Sonic Mania.
It's basically that, Sega went from, these guys know what they're doing, we should bring them aboard, as I said before.
Let's give them a test run. Let's see if they can remake this game. Oh,
Yeah.
they did. They made it completely from scratch.
All right,
And
right.
It's
See what we
exactly,
do with
and
brand
it's
new
exactly
stuff.
1-to-1.
Exactly. It's like, now, let's see what they can do with brand new stuff. That was there.
So Sega it's not that much different from any other publisher or developer. They
Yeah, exactly.
do have
even like, I'm going to say the example is the new Worms game, WMD. They're applauding, like, we want your fan content. We want you to have levels with Donald Trump everywhere. We want that stuff.
blow his face. Why not? It'll be fun.
Exactly, trust me.
Stick a finger in his nose. It'll be funny.
No, put a sheep up his head. That's
Well,
the way to do it.
Even so, like Valve, Bethesda, and even Team 17 and Sega all embrace the fan community. And if they fan projects can actually help sales,
Yeah.
then why not? Then there's Nintendo.
Yeah, which, by the way,
I'll point one little thing that a lot of it is to do with Nintendo of Japan, since they have a stricter hold on the IPs and copyright.
Exactly, yeah. And again, some of the stuff here is pretty immense. Some of the stuff. We're talking like stuff to do with copyright.
Some of the stuff here is pretty fucking. Is timbering on pretty much insulting, because some of it is kind of, well, what the fuck can you do? Because obviously you are going to get taken down from this.
Yeah.
Over half of it is like, really, Nintendo? But anyway, from top of the list, possible copyright violation because a Korean MMO resembled Wind Waker.
Yeah.
Takedown on a popular Zelda fan movie.
Which again, the whole point is to show the affection of Zelda, not to say we're just going to take the money and run.
They shut down a 7,000 player Pokemon Online game, which I think I actually played once.
Right.
They enforced copyright on YouTube Let's Plays and created the Nintendo Partnership Program, which not only does YouTube take part of your money, but Nintendo takes half of what you're going to earn.
Exactly. I mean, you look at Brain Scratch. They do a lot of Nintendo stuff, so they kind of got screwed for a bit.
Game Grum's a lot of Nintendo stuff, and I don't see how the hell they get out of it.
Exactly.
Copyright complaint against Full Screen Mario Succeeds. I don't know what the fuck that is.
I don't know what that means. Is that a game that's like Mario but better?
Full Screen Mario Succeeds. I have no... I'll let that load.
So, let's just know...
Copyright flag in Nintendo's latest content ID sweep, and that was in 2013. All these in chronological order.
Yeah.
So I remember that all of a sudden all my Zelda playthrough videos all got a Nintendo copyright on it. Content ID, sorry.
Lovely.
Cease and desist on the Metroid fan film on Kickstarter, which obviously you're trying to get money on a Nintendo fan film.
Mm-hmm. Which, by the way, I'm thinking there is a Metroid fan film out at the minute on the internet somewhere.
I think so.
I think there is. I saw one. The other day. I don't know if it's done through Kickstarter, but I have seen one. And it's really well
Apparently,
done.
Mario Succeeds was or something called Full Screen Mario. Essentially, a remake of Mario Bros. In browser. Which
Oh, right.
obviously,
Okay, right.
yeah, on the same one hand, why? Second hand, okay.
More
Uh,
importantly, Nintendo, why didn't you think of this first?
yeah, making copyright claims on Mario Kart 8 YouTube videos, which I am confused about because there is an option to upload your replays onto YouTube.
Exactly. I mean, wasn't that the whole point of Mario Kart 8? It's like show your
Yes,
best races.
I upload our videos, our videos.
Hmm.
Uh,
Our races, you know.
Creator of hardest Super Mario World level ever says copyright crackdown gutted his YouTube channel.
Hmm.
I may have seen that before.
Is this through Mario Maker or?
No, I think it might be a ROM hack.
Okay, alright.
They're trying to shut down another browser-based Game Boy emulator.
Hmm.
Nintendo has taken down the fan-made Mario 64 HD game, which actually looked really fucking good.
I was going to say, because Mario 64 is not the prettiest game anymore, is it?
No. Takes down two assisted speedrun videos and ROM-hacked games on Nico Video, which I think I actually frequented for speedruns. Angry Joe is no longer making videos after the new copyright issue to Mario Party 10.
And we know how angry he gets.
3 hours long stream uploaded to YouTube immediately taken by Nintendo.
Yeah, that's not a good thing. If you spent all that time rendering and getting it done, and then finally getting on the internet, and immediately gone.
Nintendo sending copyright claims on Mario-related Minecraft videos. Nintendo, people can't help it. You have one of the most iconic characters and even kind of iconic series, and people want to make Minecraft skins.
I mean, the point of Minecraft is the thing. Basically, you build stuff out of blocks. What's the one thing people are going to do? Recreate things they love.
Yeah, Nintendo shut down Bitmap Book's NES Art Book Kickstarter amid copyright claims. Which again, if you're gonna make money on another person's IP, don't fucking do it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying this, is this similar to like, because I've seen stuff like people do like Amiga books, Mega Drive books, like history of or games that came out.
There are sometimes some people will want to do it, but other times it's like, I understand. Basically, this is like a grey area for me.
Yeah.
On the one hand, it is someone's IP. You've taken these images from this IP that this company has copyright over, and
Yeah.
you're wanting to make a book and make money off of it.
Hmm. I
That
was saying I have seen similar things like this through Kickstarter. Like they made a book about the entire history of the system, and we've used screenshots of sprites from those games overall. Like my friend Billy, for instance, has got the Amiga book. He's got I think he's got Bubba and Sticks in there.
but was it a Kickstarted project?
I think it was. Yeah.
All right. Maybe that endorsement from the owners, or maybe the Amiga stuff was. I don't know.
Maybe, but I have seen similar stuff like this, and they've gone through okay.
Kind of makes me wonder how the hell Pat the NES Punk has the NES guidebook.
Yeah.
That is questionable for me.
All right.
Browser-based Legend of Zelda game removed. I remember that.
All right.
From the Minecraft videos onwards, it is all this year alone.
Bloody hell.
Taken down 101 character Mario Kart video. I saw that while it was taken down. That was fucking amazing.
Is it one of those where they play literally hundreds of tracks in one?
No, it's 101 characters on the Mario circuit.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Oh god.
That was amazing.
Oh boy.
Pokemon Uranium, you already know about.
Mm.
They took down the Super Mario Bros. Z Patreon, which again is a grey area. On the one hand, it is Nintendo's IP you're using the sprites.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, this was a passion project someone wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm kind of bummed out that we're not going to get an episode 2 now because of that. Episode 2, we already know. Silver Gunner's Gilver Sunner video parody was hit by 2 copyright strikes.
Right. Wait, what was the parody of? Was it something to do with Nintendo?
Something called Silver Gunner, which I think was a Nintendo IP. And someone made a parody called Gilver Sunner.
Alright then.
Game Over, Nintendo takes down full screen Mario Code.
Right.
Which I think was the Mario Bros. Thing.
Yeah.
And DMC notices for Nintendo fan games.
Yeah.
Note, the above, all the ones we talked about, takedown actions does not count copyright-related moments such as Nintendo's YouTube program. There's also a voice account of copyright takedowns by the Pokemon Company because Nintendo and the Pokemon Company are separate entities, even though Pokemon has the license.
I mean, why do you think somehow
Nintendo's
Pokemon
license.
goes on iPads rather than solely on Nintendo branded stuff? There you go.
Yeah, that's why Niantic was the publisher.
Yeah.
Nintendo has nothing to do with the Pokemon Company's initiative on the cover removals. Pokemon Uranium article was an exception because the statement was from the project creator mentions a removal request from lawyers representing Nintendo of America. Wow.
Yeah.
I think the biggest one that a lot of people are pissed off with is the Let's Plays kind of thing. But on the other hand as well, it's like a lot of these things are made from passion. There is Passion Project. This I will link. Blaze Hedgehog's put it better. There is Passion Project and there's Bootleg. There's people who make stuff from other people's IPs for money.
Yeah.
And then there's Passion Projects, which is basically a work of passion. They just do it. They don't care about anything else.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, put it this way: I make a lot of video edits, and I sort of do this for fun. All right, I don't do this for any money or anything else. Just for
for all those watching, for those who actually watch the Sonic, for how fans reacted to Sonic Mania announcement.
Yeah,
this is the guy who made it. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. By the way, if you listen to any of this, thank you so much. I mean, it's nice, and please, please at least watch some of the other stuff I've got on there. That's all I ask.
Watch Eggman at the cinema. Watch that one.
Yeah, what's that? Well, watch my zero punctuation stuff I've done so far. So
yeah. But anyway.
Yeah, plugging over.
You were talking about making video edits.
Yeah, I was just talking about video edits in general. It's like when I do this for fun, and obviously it's surprising because I've done this for a while, and I haven't had any real like copyright claims or anything. I think I've had one or two like, if you're doing this, make sure you're saying you're doing this for no money or any of that stuff. And
sometimes it's a grey area. I mean, even me, I do commissions and I get paid for artwork, but I do commissions based on Sega IP. So, is it bad that I am, or is it kind of, it's go ahead. It is your work.
Well, put it this way. We'll put it this way, when we go to when we go to Memorabilia or Summer Sonic, we often ask artists, can you draw me this? In fact, someone asked Nigel Dobbin to do a picture of Knuckles punching Judge Dredd in the face. And like I said, they're two very different branded things. I mean, he's worked on both of them, but it's basically like, can you do this for me? And it's like, okay, I'll do it. And, did it, and the guy was happy. I think he paid him. But like I said, stuff like that, it's the same, you just ask someone, could you draw me this thing? I'll pay you, or it'll be for fun. And like I said, if they have the only reason they should say no is because I work for so-and-so, and if I do this, they'll probably give me a bollocking or something like that. But generally, I don't think there's any real danger of what you're doing. You're in the same field. It's like you're doing this, that other people's, officially they're under other people's license, but you're doing them arguably because you're able to do them, and you're doing them more or less for fun rather than just full on, I'm going to make my entire business out of this.
Yeah, because there's a lot of, I think Tom Preston was his name, an artist on DeviantArt.
Yeah.
He did this one hell of a Nintendo-based artwork, and people yelled at him, "Do not make prints of this. Do not sell this. You cannot have the rights to sell this." And it's like, I'm not selling this. What do you think? I'm not stupid. I know it's someone else's IP.
Yeah.
Yeah, you search online, I guarantee you'll find that same image on iPhone cases, notebooks. Someone else making money on his hard work on someone else's IP.
Yeah, that's when it gets into dark. That's really the bad area. In fact,
that's why a lot of this is grey area. On the one hand, is it right for me to get paid for drawing Sonic the Hedgehog characters, or is it justified because I'm the one producing the work, I'm the one who puts in the labour?
Exactly.
But as far as actual games, I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
As well, since on the one, since it is, if it does hinder the sales of related games, such as Metro 2 Remake was taken down, and it's kind of justified because Blaze had to put it Metroid 2 is on the eShop, on the 3DS eShop. So
so essentially, it's a game
could this enhanced, much better version of Metroid 2 hinder the sales of the original?
Exactly, yeah. In fact, people have been saying this with the new Crash game, actually. Does the fact there are going to be remakes of 1, 2, and 3 will make the original 3 irrelevant now, or people just won't bother playing them? But surprisingly enough, most people have said no.
No, because it's I think it's to do with context, really.
Exactly.
Like, just because you're playing a remake doesn't make the original one irrelevant.
Yeah.
If they're gonna play the remake of Crash One, play the original Crash One and see why it warranted a remake and why Crash 2 and 3 were just so much better.
If anything, it's probably the case if you play the remake, it's like, oh, I wonder what the original game was like to
Yeah,
play.
you're curious about it. Like, especially with movies, I watched Clash of the Titans, and then I watched the remake.
Exactly.
I prefer the original.
Yeah. But like I said, you could watch a really bad version of one movie thinking, what about that other version? It's like, oh, I see what people were talking about.
Or to make it more in video game line, like Ratchet and Clank. I've played and completed the remake, but the original one still holds pretty high in my mind.
Yeah, I mean, I saw the movie recently, and then I went back
Even
and
though
played the original
personally
game.
I prefer Ratchet and Clank 3.
Yeah, but like I said, I literally went like the movie got me interested, going, I wonder what the original game's like now. I haven't played it for years, so it's kind of a sort of refreshing memory type feel.
Yeah, and even in bringing it a bit more down to Sonic, play Sonic CD.
Exactly.
Because even though it's technically a remastering, it is, to me, it feels like a remake.
Yeah, I mean, in that case, it's basically...
It's got new features, it's built on a new engine, and it has better graphics, even though you can still have the original graphics.
I mean, essentially, it's basically, this is the best way, if you can't get a Saturn, this is the best way of playing it, and it's everything turned up to 11, basically.
Pretty much.
Yeah. I think really the best way, the problem with over the years, I mean, it's funny because obviously most of the consoles now are all about you can share your stuff, view it, and all this jazz and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, try and get involvement. Share. Like, you can share your games, you can share your experiences, you can showcase your experiences.
Yeah.
This is the reason why Let's Plays are so fucking huge.
Yeah. If anything, this is probably one of the problems Nintendo is still trying to figure out how to get this working. I mean, you can say all you want about the Wii U and stuff, but I think this is one of the problems. They're still not sure how do we do this? How do we get this social media stuff right?
Because they have their own proprietary sharing. They have the Me Notes, which I think may have actually ended. I'm not too sure. But,
No.
Nintendo wants everything done their way, whereas the rest of the world has the more mainstream way.
Exactly. I think it's always the case.
Both PS4 and Xbox One have streaming. They have shared experiences and more interactions.
Yeah.
But with Let's Plays as well, Nintendo is pretty much very against it because it's our IP. You can't showcase that. We earn the monetization on that because we made the game. But yet the experience itself from the player is what people want to see. Never mind knowing what the fuck to do.
Yeah, that's why.
Which is the reason why I'm playing Sonic 06, which kind of goes against what I said like last year about Sonic Black Knight review. I'm playing that because I'm showing you my experience and the fact that I know what the fuck I'm doing compared to the Game Grumps, which took only like 30 episodes to get through Sonic's story.
Yeah, but that's different. Yeah,
it's taken me right now up to 12.
Yeah, but clearly they were doing it thinking, how much can we just wring out comedy out of this one bit rather than just let's play the whole thing from beginning to end.
They got to 102 videos and they stopped.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's just it. It's like you watch the Let's Plays for the experience, and if people want to see a Nintendo game and watch their experiences, they're pretty slim. Like sometimes, I think the only other ones there is probably just Game Grumps.
Yeah.
They've done several Zelda videos, several Mario videos, and even other ones. I'm not too sure whether or not they've been claimed by Nintendo or that they've gotten an agreement.
Yeah, I think this is the same reason like when people do audio commentary for stuff, like either on movies or TV shows, or even like my thing, we ramble. It's like we're doing it because we want to share what we feel about these shows or what we think about a certain episode or whatever, rather than just let you watch it and just have a big, say without showing it. So that's the difference.
Yeah. I mean, that's the reason why you don't see my clean Zelda playthroughs anymore, because honestly, even though it's my experience, I'm not showing you or telling you. It's just it's gameplay.
Exactly.
Essentially,
if it's just
that is full on. That's full on Nintendo. But even then, I've got a clean Black Knight playthrough. That's fine. I think at the end of the day, it's just that Sega is more involved with the fan community than Nintendo is. Even though Nintendo likes players more than fucking other corporations.
And again, I think it's the case that Sega is aware that the community is what's keeping it alive, whereas Nintendo is still not sure what they need to do with it, really. I think that's the difference.
Is that community a bunch of 30-year-olds, or is that community still kids?
Yeah, exactly.
Still kids. It's still 1987. Okay, good.
Well, it'll be 30-year-olds still believing it's 1987.
Yeah, still in Ninja Turtle duvets.
Yeah, but yeah. Don't worry,
I
not
used
all.
I used to have Ninja Turtle duvets.
Yeah, but don't worry, not all of you. All right.
Not all of you. Some of you have Pokemon.